did want to get to the trade deadline because a couple interesting reports came out this morning. First, Jeff Passan of ESPN did a little piece where for all the teams in contention, he put out their best kind of match in the trade deadline market and the weaknesses that they have. And a couple guys that he suggested for the Phillies, Emmanuel Clase, closer in Cleveland, been one of the best closers the last couple of years, and Stephen Kwan, the outfielder from Cleveland. We talked about Kwan a little bit the other day, didn't really mention Clase, but he says maybe it would take Andrew Painter, maybe Aiden Miller, maybe Justin Crawford, but thinks Clase is the best match for the Phillies. What do you think of those two guys?
3 for 1?
Well, I don't think, no, it wouldn't be a 3 for 1.
You mean one of those guys?
Yeah, one of those guys were, I mean, if you could put together a package to get both, that would probably take all three.
I don't know. I'm still, Painter, I think he's the future. And I know you want the future to be now. But when you talk about, for me, the potential of losing as many pitchers as you can possibly lose in the offseason, when you talk about Ranger and everything, and you don't know what you get with Nola. Bottom line is, no, I don't want to trade Painter. That to me is no, I don't want to trade Painter at all.
And I mean, Kwan and Clase, they're obviously guys who could help this team, but it does come down to the Painter part of it. And Matt Gelb also released a piece this morning, which is pretty interesting, of The Athletic, where he talks about the Phillies have kind of come to the determination that they are more in a win-now mode. They're willing to part with some of these top prospects. Now, according to Matt Gelb, and this infuriates me, that they're only essentially focused on the bullpen at this point. They're not really looking to add a bat. I mean, to me, you need to add both. You need to add bullpen pieces. You need to add a bat to this lineup. But that really is the question. Would you trade Andrew Painter in the right deal? If the Phillies are more in a win-now mode, would you trade a guy like Painter to win this season? And if we want to get into 215-592-9494, you're slamming the buzzer, Kyle. I would in the right deal. I'm not going to give him away. But if you can get a difference-making bat for Andrew Painter, I'm absolutely entertaining it.
What, in your opinion, is a difference-making bat? Like, all the names that we know of that are available at the deadline, I'm not even considering moving Andrew Painter for. Like, there's no Juan Soto caliber player that's available. Obviously, if that's out there, then yeah, I think you pull the trigger and deal Andrew Painter. But I don't know, with the future of Ranger Suarez not very certain here. Also, like, I don't know if I want them to sign him necessarily. Like, he does have a little bit of injury history. Jesus Sarda's got 1 year left. They need Andrew Painter on this roster at least next season. Whether it's this year or not, I don't know. But Andrew Painter's like the best pitching prospect that the Phillies have had, I think, in my lifetime. There's nobody that I know of that's out there right now that I'm dealing Andrew Painter for. And I know Matt Gill mentioned Joan Duran, who I'd be all over, just not for Andrew Painter. They can find another way to get him. I'd be all over that. I would love to get Duran. I'm not giving away Andrew Painter. He's not even on the table for me.
Well, I don't know if you could say he's the best pitching prospect they've had in your lifetime. I mean, Cole Hamels was a pretty heralded pitching prospect.
Yeah, I think he's a better prospect than Cole.
You think so? I mean, what are the odds, though, that Andrew Painter has anywhere close to the career Cole Hamels has? Well, I don't think very good.
Oh, really?
No, I mean,
I think there's a pretty damn good chance that he. I mean, like if
Cole
you're talking
Hamels
about,
was an unbelievable pitcher for like a decade.
Sure, if you're talking about accomplishments in terms of winning a World Series, I can't predict whether the Phillies will win a World Series with Andrew Painter, but I think he can come up and be just as good, if not better, than Cole Hamels.
And we'll see, but if I want to get people's takes on that. 215-592-9494. Would you be willing to have Andrew Painter on the table at the trade deadline? I wouldn't. Again, I'm not giving him away. I'm not trading him for Byron Buxton or anybody like that. But if a scenario comes about where there's a real legitimate right-handed bat that can help you and can be controllable. But that's another thing that in the Matt Gelb piece was a part of this, is the Phillies aren't necessarily looking for rentals. They're looking for guys who are under club control long term. I think it would be wrong of the Phillies not to entertain every option. And some of that may have to do with dealing Andrew Painter, because it's about this year, man. I can't sacrifice this year for what Andrew Painter's career could be. I'm not willing to do that.
You don't think there's better ways to like middle that out? Like if that, I'd be
more willing to trade Aiden Miller or like Justin Crawford.
Sure, more willing.
Right.
But I'm not going into it saying there's no chance I'm trading him. He's completely off the table.
So I'm not necessarily either.
But I don't. There's no.
Kyle Tucker's not available.
The Cubs are a World Series contending team. If you
were talking to me about Kyle Tucker, and he had a lot more control than he does right now. Like if he'd been signed, then yeah, I'd consider it. But like, there's no. I don't think there's a perfect player that's both young, controllable, and good enough for me to be willing to trade Andrew Painter right now. I'm not doing it for like a Brian Reynolds or like.
Oh no way!
That's what I'm saying. But like, we're talking about a contributing right-handed bat. Like, I'm not looking for somebody who's going to fill in this year and maybe give you a chance to win the World Series. Like, I would need somebody that's going to be a centerpiece. Like, Andrew Painter is going to be a centerpiece for this team. I would need somebody back like that in this kind of deal.
Yeah, that's what it kind of feels like to me. When I first got here and he was about to come up and unfortunately got hurt, it felt to me similar to when Strasburg was coming up. Now, he had more hoopla, but it felt the same to me. And I was always told, like, you can't have enough good pitching. And he feels like he's going to be a really good pitcher. So, yeah, it's a no for me. I'm not giving that guy up.
Part of it, though, I don't think we know all the guys that are going to be available yet. I think it's going to
unknown.
Yeah, I think it's going to shake out more in the next couple weeks. And trust me, I'm not saying I'm giving Andrew Painter away, and I'm not gonna, just look to trade him. I'm not going to dangle him out there. But if a piece becomes available, if I'm convicted, this guy can be a legitimate difference-making player, and he's a guy who could be under control for years moving forward, I think it would be a mistake for the Phillies not to entertain every option, because you are in a win-now position. You are a team that's built to win this year.
I mean, you listen, but I think it would have to be something that absolutely blows you away.
No question.
Because you got some really good pitching going on right now, and you're talking about trading one of your biggest prospects. I'm knowing that Ranger might leave. You don't know what Nola's going to be. I don't think that's a piece that I would entertain. I would listen to what people have to say, but realistically, I don't think I would trade him.
Yeah, and I mean, I think it's doubtful he does get traded. And let me be clear again, I don't want to trade Andrew Painter, but I do absolutely want to maximize this season. And if trading Andrew Painter is the way I maximize this season, because, hey, man, I don't know if we're ever going to be in a position where we have a pitching rotation this good again.
That's true.
I mean, there's a chance that might never be the case.
That's true.
Zach Wheeler, Christopher Sanchez, Ranger Suarez, three guys that all certainly could have been in the All-Star game this year. Your fourth spot, whether that's Luzardo, Nola, whatever, you have a team that is built to win now. And I think we all kind of agree this is the last year where this core is going to make a run at it. This is the last year that this core has a real chance.
It kind of feels like it.
I just think you got to at least consider it. And I think Painter's going to be great. We don't know that Andrew Painter's going to be great. And I'm not necessarily, comparing him to this guy. But you remember Kyle Drabeck, the guy the Phillies traded for Roy Halladay? I mean, Kyle Drabeck at the time, it was like, this is a big deal. This is a huge deal for the Phillies to move on from this guy. And I'll be clear, Painter, I believe, is a much better prospect than Kyle Drabeck. But they're prospects. We don't know. He's coming off Tommy John. Who knows if he has health concerns moving forward? I think it's something you at least need to consider.
Yeah,
for Dave
that was
Dombrowski.
like just as much as an unknown as Andrew Painter is as a prospect. Are the guys
who are available that can help you right now? Well, who's to say the guy that we traded Andrew Painter for doesn't end up not being a contributor at all?
Like that's a risk too that I think is a big part of this. I'm almost more confident in what Andrew Painter is going to be able to provide to this team in the future than I am any of these people that I know of that are available right now.
Right, and I
agree right now. But right now, I think is the key thing. Because the other day,
we brought up the name Austin Riley. I don't know if he's going to get traded or not. I don't know if the Braves are going to be sellers or not. But say a guy like that becomes available, I mean, I'd be really tempted to part with Andrew Painter for a player like that.
Because you're antsy. You're a little antsy.
Perfect fit in the lineup. I mean, come on, man. I'm antsy.
You're a little antsy.
I'm not going to disagree.
But pitching's at a premium, man. You got it. Like, I just feel like Ruben Amaro said this years ago, like, you can't have enough good pitching. And it feels like Painter potentially could be that guy.
Tell him, Douglas.
But we've had years where we've had great pitching. It doesn't matter because they can't score any runs.
Yeah, we got great pitching right now.
2011 and 2024.
Look like it's starting to turn the corner, though. It look like it's going to turn the corner.
The pitching was unreal. 2011 was an unbelievable rotation. And they lost game 5-1-0.
You saw Bryce yesterday. Come on.
Yeah, well, we had
back.
great offensive players that year.
Wonderful look.
So you think you don't even need a bat at the deadline? Are you good?
I didn't say that. But I don't think you need as big of an impact bat as some people are making it out.
No, I think we need an impact bat. Impact bat.
Well, like somebody with some pop. that you
Little
can slide in there?
Pop
Sure.
is cool. Pop is cool.
Well, we'll
is
see
nice.
what Kyle has coming up at 12:30 in the Finish the Phillies segment. What prospect? Taylor Ward only got a the other day, I think, from us.
Oh, he got. I wouldn't mind it.
Hughes successful guessed Taylor Ward, though.
He
impressive.
did. That was really impressive. I mean, that was the first day too, so literally everybody was on the board.
Oh yeah, it was like it's gonna probably fall off a little bit after that.
You're a baseball guy, Hugh.